Being in a high vibrational emotional state is a very important part of manifestation, and whenever you are in such a state, you are always in for a treat. Things start aligning in your favor, and suddenly everything and every goal seems possible. That's the magic of being in a high vibrational state all the time, that you don't have to exert any effort or try to do things. Things go your way on their own, and you cannot help but be amazed at your own power. Different teachers have given this state different names. Abraham Hicks calls it being in a state of alignment or being in your vortex. When you are in the vortex, your entire focus is on trying to feel good. You know that as long as you keep feeling good, the rest of the job will be taken care of by the universal forces. Neville Goddard calls this state of the wish fulfilled. Neville says fantasizing about your future and visualizing it is one part of the manifestation equation. The other part is to think from the state of the wish fulfilled. A state of wish fulfilled means that you go about your life and daily work, assuming that what you want has already become a reality. So, as a result, you stay in that happy place of satisfaction, and those positive emotions fuel your manifestation. Interestingly, Dr. Joe Dispenza has also talked about maintaining this elevated state throughout your day. Dr. Joe recommends getting into deep states of meditation to rewire the conditioning of your mind. He insists that all of us have grown up with patterns of thoughts and beliefs that are no longer serving us in any way, but are also keeping us from realizing our biggest dreams for ourselves. To make your dreams a reality, you first have to change the way you think, and meditation is a fantastic tool that helps you in this regard. But just firing and wiring new thought patterns while meditating is not enough. Dr. Joe Dispenza says that your reality will change when you will embrace the state you acquired in meditation all day long. This means that you will be going about your day as usual and doing things that you always do, but your way of looking at things and perceiving circumstances would have changed. You would essentially be looking at your life from a fresh perspective. And when you will make this a habit, you will start noticing changes in your physical reality. The universe will surprise and delight you in so many ways that you will start loving the process of deliberately creating your reality. While the teachings from all these amazing teachers sound very promising, still the majority of us find it very difficult to maintain that state of elevated emotions throughout the day. When you indulge in a technique like meditation or some form of visualization, no doubt your vibration rises and you feel a positive change in your feelings. But just after a few hours, you feel like you are back to your old self, and then it feels like all your efforts have been in vain. So, let me share some powerful tips on how you can stay in the emotional state of your desires long after you have done your meditation. While you can do your meditation or visualization at any time, I still suggest that you start doing it first thing in the morning, soon after getting up from your bed. The first 20 to 30 minutes after you wake up in the morning are the golden minutes for reprogramming your brain through a tool like meditation. During these 20 to 30 minutes, your brain is in an alpha state. The alpha state is said to be the gateway to the subconscious, because at this time your conscious mind is usually not activated. So you have direct access to your subconscious, and any information you put into your mind during this time will go straight to the subconscious. When you meditate first thing in the morning, your mind soaks up all the commands and information like a sponge. Think of it as drawing something on a clean slate. The clean slate here is your mind. The drawing process will be easier, and the drawing will look better because the slate was so clean. But as you go through the day, your clean slate starts getting messy with all the overload of information and chaos around you. So when you decide to meditate sometime during the day or even the evening after coming back home from work, it's just not as powerful as it could have been if done in the morning. You will notice that on the days you meditate first thing in the morning, you stay in a high emotional state for longer. It would almost feel like outer circumstances have no control over your mind. And I forgot to mention that you cannot check your phone in the morning before your meditation is done. When you jump onto your phone and the emails first thing after waking up, you are forcing your brain to become very alert. Beta is not a relaxing frequency, so once your mind enters this state, meditation will not be as powerful to reprogram it. So start with this firm commitment to yourself that you will wisely use the first 20 minutes after waking up, and you will see that manifestation will become easier for you. Another tip to stay in a high vibrational state after meditation is to stop your obsession with the past. Thinking about the past is our default setting, but when you keep focusing on the past, you keep living through the same emotions and experiences. If you want to make meaningful changes in your life, you have to stop thinking about the past and stop bringing it into your present life. Present moment is always generous and forgiving, but you deliberately make your present worse by thinking about your past or projecting the emotions of your past into your future. If you do this, then no meditation or tricks can ever keep you in a high emotional state for long. It's a habit you have developed over time, and it can only be broken if you promise yourself that no matter what happens to you, you will not go back to your past emotions. We love clinging to the past because it is familiar, and our animal brain likes things that are familiar because they signify safety and security. No matter how miserable your past emotions are, you still go back there again and again because you know those states so well and your brain has developed neural pathways around those emotions. So, you have wired your brain to think of the past. But if you decide that you are going to stay in the present moment, you can get over this programming. To stay connected to the present moment, you can utilize mindfulness techniques like deep breathing. After your meditation in the morning, whenever you feel like you are going back to your usual self, just take 5 to 10 deep belly breaths. These deep breaths will calm down your nervous system, and you will get the chance to reconnect with your high vibrational state. The third tip is to start looking at life circumstances from an optimistic perspective. It's your perception that you have to change, and the circumstances will change on their own. If something happens that is against your desires, just stop feeding it your attention. Your attention is what's keeping that unfavorable situation alive. If you take your focus off the problem will disappear on its own. But sometimes the problem is too big or too much in your face that you cannot ignore it no matter how zen you are. So what can you do in such a situation? Well, then you have to learn the art of surrender. The universe is always there to help you and solve things on your behalf, but you have to get out of the way. So make it a habit to let go of things when they seem beyond your control and trust that the universe will take care of them on your behalf. All right, as we come to an end, here is my last tip for you to stay in a high emotional state all day. It is to practice the emotions of your future all day long. Let's say you are trying to manifest wealth and riches, then try to find the feeling of abundance and practice it in your body and mind. Think how it feels to be abundant. Do you feel happy, eager, ecstatic? Or is this a feeling of total calm and satisfaction? You have to find that out for yourself. The longer you will practice the emotions of your future, the more you will stay in an elevated state of mind. And then manifestation will become easy, effortless, and fun. The next step in your successful manifestation journey is to keep watching my channel. Click now on the video on the screen to be inspired by another video.